All right, let's get into it, folks. There was only 2 votes, so I'm picking to work on the Typhoon. We're going to straighten some forks. I got my apron on. We're going to put some rusty bearings in here that are no good because once I straighten the fork, those bearings are toast. Anyway, let's get going. Let's put this fork in with some rusty bearings, and then we're going to straighten the fork. Yeah, you don't care. We're not greasing nothing. These forks are bent. We're not greasing anything. We're just going to throw these rusty garbage bearings on, and we're just going to chuck it in with no grease. We don't care. We're just going to straighten these forks. And they are off a little bit. You can kind of see if you sight down them. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see. It's been stuffed in. Somebody hit something this way. Yeah, they were driving the bike and they whacked it. You can see that this center part is off a little bit. We're going to put it back in the bike, turn the bike upside down, chain it to the workbench. I don't think I'm going to have anybody sit on it this time, but we're going to straighten these real quick. Anyway, these are garbage bearings. We don't care. Well, we do care, but we kind of care. We care a lot. Okay, if you're new here or just tuning in, we are going to straighten these forks the old-fashioned way in the frame without heat, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And it's good to use really bad bearings because you don't want to brittle the bearings and mess them up and then reuse them. So we put some kind of so-so bearings in there. All right, let's get a cap on here. We don't need a washer. We don't care. We're just going to put this on here. So like. Yeah, okay. So like. Actually, it'd be nice if we could tighten this down a little bit. Yeah, we don't care about these bearings. We're not greasing anything. We're just going to throw this old race on top of there. I'm going to give it a little tighten. We're going to put a wide set of bars in so we can anchor it down to the floor a little bit. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. Okay. This is an actual Schwinn stem, which is nice. I should, yeah, I guess I could use kind of a cheaper stem. Yeah, this is kind of frozen too. I mean, if I was going to damage something, I'd much rather damage a cheap stem than this. I don't think this is going to bend the stem, though. I think we're all right. Besides the fact of being completely out of WD, well, we got oil over here. All right, let's put a little oil in this. We care a lot. We don't care. Get this thing in there. It is not cooperating. I might just use a one of those cheapy stems, but this one should go in. I'm trying to unloosen it a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we want that in. and we'll turn the bars the way I want them to go on the ground. And then we're going to take this off the stand and kind of bungee cord it to the workbench over there. I've done this before, and it kind of lifts the workbench a little bit. But it's okay. You don't need two people. You should really have two people for this old-fashioned technique. But we'll see what's going on here. I don't think we're going to put grips on this. We probably should. I don't think we're going to. We are going to rest an anvil on this, though. Okay, so we're going to take it out of the stand. We're going to flip it upside down, shove it over by the workbench, and kind of bungee it off on that tube there where the metal bender used to be. And I remember this kind of lifts the workbench a little bit, but it's better than going and getting a helper to sit on the back wheel. Yeah, okay. We all know how that works out. All right, so I don't know if you can tell, but these are bent. They took a hit backwards. You can kind of tell right there. Yeah, these took a hit that way. They just need a little bit. I think I can pop them out. I got this little front hub I put in there. This is my junk hub. I bolt in the forks. We'll bolt that in a second. Let's get it off where it goes. We'll bolt this in, and then I'll get my big bar, and we're gonna bend the living crud out of it. Yeah, got this special bar just for this. You put a rag here if you're worried about the paint, which we're not. We're not really worried about the paint. All right, let's flip this upside down over here like we were talking about. Get this stand out of the way. Okay, we jumped right into it today. You did notice. We jumped right in. Okay, that's good. You see how I got that? I think I'm going to bungee that off. And I might even kind of clamp it somehow. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we'll might be able to kind of wedge it in here. It's going to lift up. It's going to lift up. We might put some wood under the seat too. Let's see what we got. It's good to, figure out where it's going to go first before you start putting your 5-foot bar on it, If you figure out where it's going to go first, then there's no surprises when you're crunching it with a bar. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay, gotta go in more. Yeah, we jumped right in, folks. Jumped right in. Okay. So, let's get this out of the way. We're still kind of finagling how this is going to work. It will lift the workbench a little bit. Okay, maybe one of these under here. Okay. That's good. Let's clamp this off. And we'll bungee it a little. we're gonna have to go like this. Good. All right, so when we put the hub in, yeah, when we put the hub in the bar, we'll be able to really get the whammy on that. I don't think that's going to bend the wheel. I think we're okay. A little extra setup now is good. We don't want this thing popping out when we're putting the bar on it. I know it's crazy, but you don't want that to happen. All right, let's see. Let's put the hub in. All right, this is just a junk union hub that I always use to straighten the forks. It's been in forks to straighten them many times. It's probably bent. The axle is probably bent from me jamming on this so many times. And this has Schwinn wheel locks. I don't think we're going to use them in this case. I think we're just going to tighten the bejeebies out of it. And one side is, wow, these are 5/8. I can't believe it. Or 15. They got to be 15. Are they 15s? Yeah, okay. These non-Schwinn wheel locks are on here from straightening forks on other bikes. Okay, make sure it's in there pretty good. Because you're going to put some force on this baby. Yeah, okay. So, I can see this is a little off. Yeah, we got to make sure that's straight. Yeah, I can see this is a little off. See if we can use a block of wood and pop that over. Oh yeah, we got it. Okay. Man, what's that guy doing now? Okay. All right, we might want to shim this up. I think we're okay. All right, let's get the bar. Maybe a rag too. Okay. All right, let's get you down in here, Sonny. You guys are gonna love this. Okay. That's kind of bugging me. Maybe I'll put a shim under there. Okay. All right. So this will move a little bit, but we're trying to straighten this, and here we go. Get the spiders out of this. Okay, this is a homemade straightening jig. You could probably use something that actually straightens. They have a tool for this, and I'll explain in a minute, but this is what I got. Okay, let's see here. I can get you closer. I think that's about it. That's all you're going to get, buddy. Okay. All right, so here's where you would have somebody sit on it. Sit on it, posse. And this is also why you don't put good bearings in, okay? Oops. This is why you have crappy bearings in here. Okay, here we go. Woo! Okay. Let's see what that did. Woo! Yeah. The bars moved, I can tell you that much. Okay, I think we went a little too far, actually. We might have went too far. We might have went too far. Let's see. They look pretty good. I think we're going to go with that. I'm sighting down. Yeah, I think we went too far. Huh. Wow. We may have gone too far on that, guys and girls. Let's give it a little pop backwards if we can. What's going to happen? Yeah, let's pop them back a little bit. The bar works both ways. Both ways. The sword cuts both ways. Of course, it's not set up for this. All right. You know, that looks pretty good. That's not bad. Let's pop it back in the stand. Take these terrible bearings out, and we'll take the fork out, and we'll sight down it. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's take this little Rube Goldberg contraption off. Okay, let's put this back in the stand and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, okie dokie. Okay. I don't think we ruined the back wheel. That's good. It's not good to ruin the back wheel. Anyway, there is a tool for this. I'll explain in a moment. Obviously, I don't have the tool. Well, I have a tool, but it's not the tool. All right, let's take this apart, and we'll take the forks out, and we'll sight down them. If they look good, we'll put better bearings in that are better, haven't been crunched with the giant bar, and then we'll try to assemble this bike and get it to be a runner. Because it's kind of a nice bike. It's got some OG stuff happening. You know, it's OG. It's original gangster paint. You know. Probably not going to use these bars with this bike. It's got some nice bow pedals too, I just noticed. It's been sitting a while. I remember hooking this up and the Springer front end was terrible. And I was just like, oh man, you know. Not acceptable. All right, let's get the brass hammer and give that a whack. And I did notice this is pretty chewy. We might have to file that up a little bit. That bolt is a little on the chewy wooey side. On the Chewbacca side of things. Yeah, that's We might have to take that out and file it a little bit. It looks like somebody used some vice grips or some wrench slipped at one point. Yeah, that's not going to be acceptable. Okay, so let's check these forks. I'm going to leave this in now just for a minute because I don't know if we did it, if it's right or not, but I'm sighting down it. And man, we did good. It's looking really straight and good. That little crunch with the bar, I think we're good. I think we're good, but we're going to take it apart and check it out and make sure it's happy. I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy guy today. Any day you can go out in your workshop and work on a Schwinn. That's a good day. Okay, so we did put really bad bearings in here, and you can see why, because I was crunching the living daylights out of it with a giant bar. And these are terrible. You know, you would not run these. You would clean them. These are just for straightening, you know. Okay, and we're sighting down this. And you know, I'm going to call that good. It's no longer stuffed in, that's for sure. It's hard to see on camera, but how you do it is you sight down it and you look at this part. This part from about here to here should be in line with that tube. And it is. It's looking really good. Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. And if it steers a little funky, I'll bend it back a little. But I'm going to go with that. Yeah, you can kind of see what's going on. Let's see. Don't worry, that door just closed on its own. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can kind of see. Anyway, you want that part to be straight from about here up. It should be in line. And we did good. It is looking better. Okay, so I'm confident. Let's take this hub off. I'm confident that it's, well, that it's straighter. Not perfect. I don't know how many times I've used this hub. I should probably mark it with a marker so I don't, use it. It would be really sad to like forget about it and string it onto a wheel and try to use it, because I've used this probably 30 times. You can see it's all bent right here from me using the bar, and this is the hub that I used to straighten forks. There is a tool, and I'll tell you about it right now. There's a tool. It goes, you take the cranks out, you take the chain guard out, you take the cranks out, you take the cones out, and it fits in there, and it goes up to the forks. It's like this double rod deal, and it goes through the hole in the forks, and you tighten up this special nut that's left and right or something like that, or it's double left. I don't know. You tighten up this bolt and it spreads it, and it spreads the fork exactly. So there's none of this guesswork with a giant, bar. So, yes, it's more accurate. And you go past a little bit and then let it spring back. You can get it pretty, those things are actually pretty good. I don't have that tool. I have a giant bar and some bungee cords. All right, I'm happy with that fork. So let's put the fork tool away. If you were noticing, yes, it is just a welded flat piece of metal, nothing special. Sometimes I do kind of bolt it to if it's a fork with a hole for brakes. Okay. The special tool is away. Okay, so these cones, let's clean them up and look at them. I think they're good, these races. I didn't damage anything in there. Let's get a rag and clean them up a little bit. And then we'll put some good bearings in. Bearings that are actually not caked with rust. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good, and these are pretty shiny. They're okay. There is a date code on this, but this is incorrect. 1209. So 120 days of 79. That's an incorrect. That's totally incorrect. We might change it. We'll see. All right, let's look for some good bearings. Bearings that are worth putting in there anyway. Yeah, we got some here that aren't too bad. I'm thinking maybe this one. This one looks pretty good. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. We'll put some grease in that in a second. That can go on the top. And this bottom one, this one looks pretty good. We'll clean this up with clean this up a little bit. And we'll get some grease. We'll actually use grease. Okay, people are watching. Where's everybody from? Let's hear a shout out. I know my buddy's from Ocala, Florida. I know he's watching. I think my buddy from Vienna is watching. I bet you my buddy from New York, John Elliott's watching. Okay, now this is a good bearing. This is, this is not something that I'm worried about, too worried about. Like I said, I put some really bad ones in there just for the straightening process. Okay, so these are good. Let's get some grease. Yeah, we jumped in hard and fast on this one. We had stuff to do. Also, if the fork didn't straighten up very good, I wanted to get to plan B. We'd work on the fleet or the Schwinn fleet or something, So I wanted to see if I could straighten the fork. I think I did a pretty good job. It looks pretty good. I can't tell that it's bent, and I could tell it was bent before. So that's always a good sign. Did I clean that? Yeah, I did. You guys saw me clean that, right? You forgot to clean that. Okay, so if you saw the other video I posted yesterday, we have dropped the Schwinn Varsity off at the powder coaters. We brought the Schwinn Varsity to the powder coating place, and he's going to do it, and it's going to be red. It's going to be kind of a reddish orange, just like the emblem. I pretty matched it up pretty good with the emblem, so it'll be about a week for that one. But I kind of can't wait on that. It's going to be really nice. I haven't had a bike powder coated in quite a long time, so I think that particular one, the original paint was so terrible that it was either like respray it or do something else. Okay, these look pretty good. This one's a little rusty. I could have soaked it in some vinegar, but I didn't. The bearings itself, the cage is rusty, but the bearings look pretty good. I think I'll put the better one on the bottom because that's where all the oomph is. Okay, in you go. There we go. Hold in there, grease. Just be nice and hold it in for me. Okay. Looks pretty good now that I got grease all over everywhere. All right. Here's a nice Schwinn race. It is stamped Schwinn. It's in great shape. I guess I could clean the old grease off of it. It would be nice. Now, I did use this race to straighten it, but Schwinn races are so well hardened. I don't think I damaged that at all. I think we're okay. I mean, I'm sure it pinched it a little bit. I can see a little bit of wear on this too. I think we're going to use this. I don't know if I have a washer somewhere. We'll have to look for one. Okay. Let's make sure this is on here. I don't see any air gaps there. That looks good. All right, here we go. Now we did straighten this and it looks pretty good. I'm confident that that is fairly straight. Yeah. And if it's not, we'll bend it back. Wipe that inside there. And if you can't find the thread, go backwards and listen for a click and push down. Like I'm having a problem right now, it's cross-threading. So I'm going to go backwards. There's the click. Every time, just turn it backwards and listen for a click. There you go. Okay, no bears out there today. That's good. Anyway, so yeah, if you saw the other video the other day, the dogs were barking. And I ran out there to see what was going on. Why were the dogs barking? And there was this giant juvenile boy bear out there. He was big, and I was joking around. I knew he couldn't really get me, but I really shouldn't have been joking around with the bear. I was on the porch, 20 feet in the air, and I was like, "Hey, are you here for the live feed?" And he charged near the porch a little bit, and I was like, "Respect Mother Nature, man. Don't be screwing around. This is not worth." That's not worth the views. But he was there for the live feeding. that's what he was there for. Yeah. Sorry about the muscle t-shirt and apron today, but it's hot out here. And we had a lot to do. Anyway, we got this. Let's look for a washer real quick. If I can't find one, I'm just going to throw it together. Let's look at my little pile of stuff here. I don't think I got a washer for this. Oh, bummer. Yeah. I'm coming up short on the washer with the peg. Let me look around in here for a minute. I know you guys love it. Lake City, Florida. Hey, Randy. Woohoo. Paid subscriber, I think. Lake City, Florida, I think. Okay, what about you other guys and girls? Come on, chime in. I want to see how far I'm reaching. What's the geographics of this fork straightening orama? Okay, we got to find a washer of some sort. Ah, yeah, that's a washer. It's not the right one though. Shoot, bummer. Yeah, and I would have used this style. I like to use this style on the top. I would have used this, but I don't have the top for it. This is a rally of some sort, but I would have used this style. I like to use that style, but I'm short on one of the little adjusters that fits in there. This is the incorrect one. I would have used it. Oops, Michigan. Oh, Lake City, Michigan. Well, I think there is a Lake City, Florida. Right. Because we're going to go up to Mackinac Island. Yeah. Okay, well, I don't have a washer except this really silly crush type. I think I'm going to just put it in there because it's good to have a washer of some sort. Let's put that in there just for the giggles. And we'll put some grease in here. This looks pretty dry. We don't like dry stuff. Man, I wish I had the right washer. Wish I had one. Fred's going to chime in. I've got several of those. Wow. Can't believe I didn't have one of those ready. I don't. Okay. Well, we'll just put that one on. You can always change that out later. It's not the end of the world. It's not like I gotta take the forks off to change that. It's not crushing down though. Man, I really need that washer. Yeah, this is not too happy. I could put a light bracket on there. Yeah, I could put this light bracket on there, but it's all bent up. Darn. We're just gonna have to go with what's there. You know, get happy. I can always change that out once I go down to the cycle place and dig around. I'll find one. Okay, I'm sighting down this, and this looking good. I don't see a problem with that. I think we did really good with the old pipe technique. Let's find a stem. Oh, right. We're going to file this one up, weren't we? Yeah, this one's horrendous. Or we could use this one. Yeah, let's use this one. This one's not so bad, and I kind of like the bars in this one anyway. And we're not really running a brake. So let's put some oil on this one. The chrome is better. I like these bars. They're not bent. They don't appear to be. We're not running a brake, so let's take that off. Brakes are for sissies. Okay, that's good. Put some oil on that thread. We might even dab some grease on there. Yeah, we'll put a little grease in there too. Just a wee bit inside there. Put a little grease just so the threads kind of catch it. It deals with life. We already put grease in there. That's good. Grease is your friend. Okay, and since this is a 72, this stem fits perfectly. We'll take that junk seat off too. That's just possibly the worst Schwinn seat I have. Actually, it's not Schwinn. It's got the right diameter to go on a Schwinn post, and yeah, that was just in there too. That feels pretty good. That was just in there to. In fact, let's get that hideous thing off of there right now. That's really bugging me. That's absolutely hideous. Yeah. Let's get that off of there. Yeah. It's a seat from the 30s, I think. It probably could be. The reason I never really messed with this one is I don't really feel like welding a piece of spring steel. And to find this piece is kind of difficult. It's missing a bolt here, but that's easy enough. You just clean that up and put a 5/16 fine or coarse or something on there. Yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah, it's probably 30s when they have these little buckets. Is it a Troxel? There's no name on it. Yeah, this might be from a Schwinn. I don't think so, though. It would say Schwinn or Troxel on it. The thing that stopped me on that one, not the recovering. That's not too bad. That's easy enough. This comes apart when you unbolt everything. It's just, I don't really want to try to weld that spring. It's just going to break again. So, yeah, the bear, Piroshki said, the bear may be after your bearings. No, he was after a live feeding. But yeah, he's here to repack the bearings. Man, he was going to repack my bearings, man. I was kind of scared. Like, this isn't worth the views to really screw with him. Like, he was kind of pissed off. I think the dogs annoyed him, and then I went out there. Hey, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, that was good. Okay, so we didn't grease this bolt, and I'm worried about it. Let's take that out. I know. It's silly, but in the long run, you'll be really glad you did grease that. Where's that half inch? There it is. Yeah, we greased this one. We greased that one down in there, but we did not grease that, and it looks dry. So we're going to take this out all the way. And we're going to put some grease on it. Yeah, it's dry. Dry. Okay, now we got a little dab of some fresh grease on there. You know, it's good. Now, if we were smart, we'd take these out and clean them real quick. Because now's the time, right? The bike's not in service yet. Look at that. There's rust on there. It's going to be great. This is a 72 Schwinn Typhoon. If these were date stamped 72, wouldn't that be wonderful? They are date stamped 71. Dang. Okay, well, this could be correct. You know, bars sitting around in the factory for 6 months. This is like a, what, September of 70, March of 71, 72? I think this was March of 72. And these are dated 71. Okay, these are correct. This is a correct numbers matching bike. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, whatever, dude. All right, let's get some steel wool on here. We're going to clean these real quick because they're out of the bike, and what the heck, right? We'll just give it a little something, especially around the part that goes in the stem, because now we can. Yeah, these look fine. Yep. Okay. Let's get a little spider test here. We're good. Yeah, blow out. Don't suck in when you're testing for spiders. Okay. All right. Some useful knowledge of the day. Don't suck in. Okay, these are dated 71. All be dipped. That's hilarious. Give them a little pinch, and I think we can clean up that little brake mark. You can see where these were definitely on a 3-speed bike or a 5-speed bike or 10-speed. Whatever. These were on an upright bike with brakes. You can tell. I'll show you in a second why. You can tell. There's witness marks right here. I'll get you over here. Maybe we'll disrupt the live feed. Yeah, you can always tell a bike that had handbrakes, the witness marks, the rust. Not so bad over here. Maybe it was a coaster brake bike and it had a front brake. I don't know, but you know what? We got the steel wool out. We're going to give it a quick what for, because we can. It'd be great to have brakes on this bike if I could find a fork with the hole in it. But then if I found that fork, I would just put it on a Jaguar. I would just make a Jaguar out of it. Those forks are hard to get, you know. Or a Corvette or something with 3 speeds. Why mess around? Well, I could find a Corvette chain guard. But this paint isn't nice enough for all that. It's okay. There's some issues. Okay, that witness mark is gone. And we got some nice... these are kind of some grubby white grips. I'm really tempted to put them on because it has white walls. I'm very tempted to put those on. We will see. Let me pick up these blocks of wood off the floor for a second. They're kind of bugging me. We're done with all that hardcore stuff. Yeah, we're done with the straightening. Piroshki, Central Europe is watching and learning. Okay, I bet you have some bears. The bears over there are probably like hardcore. The bear over there, he would have jumped on that porch and whooped my butt. Then he would have been like, yeah, I'm here for the live feeding. All right, let's see here. We're done with these bearings. We're going to put these away real quick. I'm done with that. We do have, this bike does have wheel locks. And if I could find another one, I have one. If I could find another wheel lock, I'd like to put them on the wheel. Let's see, are they on here? No, I do not have them on this wheel, but these are the wheel locks, and I only have, I think I can find another one real quick. I'd really like to. It's a nice thing to have, and this bike is equipped with it. Here, I'll show you. It does have the wheel lock fork. And that just slips in there and keeps your wheel on, but I only have one. And I know people don't like me digging around too much. Oh, here's some. Yeah, these aren't Schwinn though. These are not Schwinn wheel locks. Look at that. Huh, they're machined. See, that's a Schwinn. That's a Schwinn one. It's pressed. And these are actually machined. I wonder what these fit. If they're going to fit, I'll use them. I mean, I hate to, though. It's not a Schwinn part. These are not a Schwinn part. We'll just leave those right here, and I will dig around just for a second. I'm just going to dig around for a second. Oh, I got one. Oh, yeah, baby. We got them. We got two. Yes, so we will use the Schwinn locks. These are Schwinn, and we'll put them on this wheel. We're not running fenders, so these washers I'll save for another application. And this wheel feels a little tight. We're going to have to deal with that before I put it on. And we're going to see if there's actually bearings, grease in the bearings. So let's kick this to the side, and let's follow through and put this junk out of my way real quick, like. Okay, get that crap out of here. Okay, so we got the Schwinn locks, we got the bolts. Let's open up this hub real quick. It feels a little tight. That's too tight. And I don't see any fresh grease in there. I did ride this bike probably 5 years ago. Oh, and there's an interesting story about this bike. Oh, hey, Christopher. Hey, Ocala, Florida's in the house. We got Central Europe, Ocala, Florida, and Lake City, Michigan. We're doing good. And some other people haven't chimed in. Who knows where they're from? Anyway, the story on this bike is Fred really wanted this Columbia Fire Arrow I had. It was a red Columbia Fire Arrow, and it had a 2-speed cable-operated Bendix back wheel. And I didn't want to cough that up. So he said, I'll trade you this Typhoon. I can't remember if it had these wheels or not. It might have had these hook bead wheels. I don't think it had the white wells. I think I bought those. And he said, I'll trade you straight across, and you can take your 2-speed Bendix hub off of there, cable-operated Bendix. And I did. And we traded, and he hooked it all up. He made it really nice. I think he made it a 7-speed. I can't remember. But he made it really nice, and it's a tank bike, a Fire Arrow, and he gave me my red pedals back, which was pretty cool. I think he kept the grips though. Anyway, this is dry, and we're gonna get in here and take a quick look because we can. We had some middleweight fenders for this thing. It'd be nice to have the right wrench. Who needs the right wrench, right? Yeah. Threads are dry on here. Yeah. Well, there was a little grease in there, not much. We're going to hook it up. We'll put some fresh red stuff in there. I mean, now's the time. The bike is not in service yet. So now is the time, you know. Don't skimp out. Don't be a little sniveler. Oh, there's grease in there. Huh. Doesn't look like the best grease, though. Oh, yeah, this hub is good. It's a good hub. It's a walled. Oh, yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. A little bit of wear, not too bad. There was grease in there. It's just not the good red stuff. Some kind of, looked like some Molly lube or something non-bike related. And these are just about as good as the day they were made. And the serrations for the quick adjust hub are still good here. Sometimes these get worn and you try to adjust it and they don't stick, and then you got to use a pinch bolt. But on this particular hub and this particular axle is very good. It's not bent, and these serration marks, these knurling marks, are good. So I can tighten it and it'll stay. And there's nothing wrong with that race, that cone. Let's check out this one. Peoria, Arizona, John Wilster. Wow, man, we got people in the house. It's worldwide, prestige worldwide. And this cone's a little brindled. Maybe that was the scratchy stuff I was hearing. It's not too bad. Let's see. There's some little action in there. Let's clean that out. There's some little wear action in there. I wonder why that side got worn more than maybe some grit got in there or something. Yeah, we're okay. I mean, this isn't a show bike. It's not a race bike. We're just going to put some fresh grease in it, adjust the hub, pop it in, put the wheel locks on it, and then we're going to dig around for a seat. I've got the grips. This is going to be a runner. I'll probably ride this tomorrow. I can't really show you guys tonight. Okay, this is all clean and good. My hands aren't though. My stepbrother's funny. He's like, I like to work on bikes, but I hate it when I get greasy. Dude, just get some hand cleaner or something. You're going to get greasy. Okay. They don't have a bike that doesn't have grease yet, but maybe someday. Okay. Let's repack this wheel, and then I'll have a hydration break, and then we'll put the grips on, and then I'll dig around for a seat. It won't be a very nice one, but this is going to be a runner. We might have to reseat this back tire too. It was sitting in the basement. I just put air in it, but I noticed. Yeah, it needs a good reseating. We need to let the air out, spray it with silicone, and I think it needs a good reseating. Yeah, the front's pretty good though. Anyway, let's put some fresh grease. Let's keep going here. Fresh grease in here. Yeah, I kind of got discouraged with this bike when the whole Schwinn reproduction front end wasn't very good, and the fork was bent. I kind of knew what I was getting into when I traded. I mean, I don't think that Columbia was all that either. You know, it needed a lot of work. I think he had to redo the cranks. Oh, I remember also about the Columbia, the one I traded for this. Let's put a bearing in. The kickstand was missing a part. And it's kind of like it was a little bit like a Schwinn kickstand, but slightly different. I'm going to put this other bearing in with fresh grease, and Bob's your uncle. And I was trying to find the parts for it. It's a Columbia Fire Arrow, about a 53 or 4. I can't remember exactly, but it was below 60. Nice bike with the tank. Columbia Fire Arrow, and it had a weird kickstand that was built in, kind of like Schwinn, but with different parts. And there was this part that was broken. And that was just the deal breaker for me. I was like, man, I'll never find this. I looked and looked and looked for this part. I even had a little printout of what the part looked like. I actually found a site that had the part number and what it was and what it was called. It was like this little clip, weird little non-Schwinn clip. And I was like, Fred, I'll make the trade, but good luck on this kickstand, And darn if he didn't go to the Cave. There's this site called the Cave, CABE. It's for bikes. He found somebody that had one of those brand new for like $6 or something. And he found that part and he put it all back together. The kickstand, I just gave up. I was having a problem finding the part. He found it though. He found that part. I was impressed. Okay. I spoke too soon. This little pinch bolt, this little serration on the axle is worn. So that's what was tightening it up. See that you shouldn't be able to do that. That should be on that serration part. Now we have our choice. We can take it back apart and I can center peen the living daylights out of those threads. So this is tight, or I can use a pinch bolt. This other side is tight. This side is not. The wear has set into those knurling marks. It was a quick adjust thing. They started it in the early 60s. It was supposed to help bike mechanics assemble hubs quicker with no pinch nuts. Save time, no pinch nuts. Well, they didn't think about the wear and about those knurling marks going away. So, yeah, it saved time for the first mechanic using it. But now, me, years later, 70 years later, 50 years later, I'm bummed. I'm not going to put this back in the bike. This is going to loosen up or tighten up, probably tighten. And then we're going to have the same crunchy hub as before. So do we have a pinch nut? I'll look. Otherwise, we're taking this apart and we're going to center punch all around where those things are. And we're going to hope it tightens it so I can keep it tight. Okay. So let's look for a pinch nut. We might have one. In fact, here's one right here. If this thread's on, I'm going to use it. It's just going to widen the fork spread a little bit. Hopefully that's the same thread. Yeah, that's the loose side. That's wrong. Darn it. Okay, well, let's take it apart and center peen it. I mean, I spoke too soon when I was showing you those threads. We got to take this apart and we got to make it right. Otherwise, it's going to spin around and tighten up in the forks. And we can't be having that, folks. Saves time. Less adjustment. Quick adjust hubs. Thanks, Wald. Thanks, Wald Manufacturing. No, what it did was save you the expense of putting 2 lock nuts on. That's what it was. It was a cheaper way of doing it without those lock nuts. I would much rather have a hub with lock nuts. Oh, I could take one off of here. I could take one off my straightening hub. Before we get all excited with this, let's see if this is the same thread. I think I'm going to take a lock nut off this straightening hub because it's junk anyway, but the lock nut's good. Let's see about that. And what we'll do is we'll test. We'll test to see if this is the same thread. If it is, this straightening hub is going to be missing one lock nut. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bolt off. This is my hub for straightening forks. And if this thread's on that other hub, then I know the threads are correct. And then I will steal that little pinch lock bolt. I might steal both of them. I don't know. Oh, we're stealing them. Oh, we're taking them. Oh, yeah. We're going to at least take one. We might take both. All right. Oh, yeah. We're taking it. Oh, yeah. We're taking this. We're taking this little lock, pinch lock. And we're going to lock that bearing down on that one side. And, you know, if we were smart, we'd take both because it's one of those cheapy hubs. But what that means is when I use this next time, I'll just have to make sure. And this is the junk hub anyway. I've used it to straighten like countless forks. So whatever, we'll just steal them off of here. And this will go on that walled hub. In fact, I'm going to take both of them because I'm that way. And I don't think the fork is going to spread out that much. I mean, we're only talking an 1/8 inch. I don't think we're going to. I think it's probably just going to barely spread the forks a tiny bit. I think we're okay on that. So let's cinch this down. Of course, it's 15. I'm using a 14 spanner with a 15 box. Okay. Now we could just leave that, but you know what? I don't trust this system. And we are going to steal that other lock nut off. We're going to steal this other one off. I'm going to steal this other pinch bolt off of here. Okay, we've got quite a few people buzzing in now. All right, let's see where you guys are from. We got worldwide here. We got Lake City, Michigan. We got Vienna, Europe. We got Ocala, Florida, and we got Peoria, Arizona. I don't know where that is. Is that near what's the big city near that? Peoria. That sounds like way out there. Is that near Flagstaff? Anyway, we robbed that. We're going to put it on here. It's got a little burr on it. I know this is getting complicated now. This one has a little burr on it. We're going to get our file. I know this is a lot. This is a lot just to tighten a hub. I know, but there's a burr on here. We can't be having burrs, man. Because the next guy that works on this will know I didn't do it. He'll look at the video and he'll say, man, you didn't dress that up. You didn't file that up. Yeah, you can see where it was right here. Let's see if you can see. You see that little notch off to that side there? You see the little notches there? Those were really sharp and pointy. I don't know what was going on. But, and this serrated side goes towards the fork, just so you know. Okay, let's put it in. Let's finish this off, man. This is like 4 hours to get a front wheel to work. But we want it to be right. We don't want this loosening up on the trail. You know, where I take these bikes is not exactly down to the beach, you know. So it's good to make sure it's going to be happy. I want it to be happy. Right now I'm just kind of adjusting the cones a little bit. That's pretty good. Okay. A little tight. Okay, what I'm going to do is get another spanner and kind of force it out a little. And kind of force it out a little bit and then punch it down. Cone wrench, that's the word, cone wrench. That feels pretty good. All right, now we're gonna tighten the outer lock really good, and we're gonna check the other side, and then we're gonna put the Schwinn locks on, and then we're gonna put it in the bike, put it on the frame. Hopefully these locks didn't, okay. Hopefully these locks didn't create a space issue with the fork. I doubt it. Schwinn is pretty forgiving on that. The fork should wedge out a little bit. Let's just make sure before we get to the point where we're going to have to bend the fork out or something, or take these back off or something. I think we're okay though. Oh yeah, plenty of room. Plenty of room. In fact, this fork might even be bent out a little bit. Maybe that's what I was feeling. Yeah, that's a little spread. I don't have another fork to measure. But this is not an S7 front wheel either. This is not a Schwinn wheel, so yeah, the spacing might be a little off. Let's just put the Schwinn locks on it and put it on. Let's quit messing around. We're going to put washers on here too, because I have them. And if I do find a fender for this, I'll have the washers ready to go. You know? Now, see, that's barely even in there, but since we have the Schwinn lock, it's held in place. Isn't that cool? Not that that would save your life down a hill, but it's kind of nice. You know, like this wheel is loose right now, and look, it won't come off. But you would definitely feel that down a hill. Like, if you didn't feel that down a hill, there's something. You need to stop and get some things checked out before the hill checked you out. You definitely feel that. Yeah. Yeah, that rim has a big wump in it. Wow. Yeah, that rim has a big up and down crunch. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, it's the tire too. We got to reseat this tire too. Bummer. We got to reseat both of these. It's nice and straight in the fork now, though. Yeah, we got to reseat that tire. It's a little bit in the rim too. It's mostly on the tire though. A little silicone spray, and we'll reseat it, and we're going to reseat that back one too. Let's clean up the grips a little bit and just go ahead and put those on, and then we'll look for a seat real quick. These are nice grips. I should probably put these on another bike. Maybe some bleach white. Yeah, let's use some white wall tire cleaner on these and see what happens. First, let's get this hub out of the way. I'm sure I'll regret taking those locks off. I'm sure I'll regret taking those locks off when I go to straighten my next fork, but you know what? It was for a good cause. And this is never really going to be on a bike. So yeah, we took the locks and we used them on that walled hub. If you come across that, those hubs are good for a couple of adjustments, and then the wear sets in on those knurling marks. And then you either got to re-punch them with a center punch, which is kind of a pain in the butt because you can't ruin the threads. You got to put double nuts on each side and hold it somewhere in the vise and just center punch all around there. And it doesn't work that great. You're better off finding the pinch bolts. So yeah, the walled hubs with the quick adjust, not the greatest thing in the planet. Okay, what are we doing? We're going to clean these grips up. Okay. Here is before the white wall cleaner. These were sitting on a bike in a box for a long time down in the basement. And oops, almost shut off the live feed. Okay, we're going to spray some white wall bleach white on this, and we're going to see what happens. Here we go. No gloves, no respirator. You don't need a respirator for this stuff. I should put these in the dishwasher. And there's been some question about if it's okay to put bike parts in your dishwasher, and it totally is. It's totally acceptable. Just ask your significant other, just tell her or him that you're putting the bike parts in the dishwasher. And it's usually fine. Everybody really agrees on that. It's no problem. Just chime in if you've done it and it's not been a problem. And then we know. Let's take a vote. How many people have put bike parts, grips? How many people have put grips and the brake covers, there's covers that go on here. There's a style of cover that goes on here. You can get them in glitter red or white or matches the bike. I don't think I have any up here. Some of my fancier bikes have them. I have some green ones. Anyway, you can get these covers that go on there. And they need to go in the dishwasher too. So chime in, folks. How many people have put parts from their bike in the dishwasher? I've used some. I've done some interior car parts too. Some plastic from old trucks around the steering wheel and radio bezels. And wow, this is turning out really nice. There's still a little gunk on there, but wow, if I could get some of those cracks out with a toothbrush or something. Look at that. A little bit of bleach white. That worked out good. Here's the other one. We'll do that one in a minute. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Let's give it another applique. Yeah, chime in if you've used your dishwasher and just, ran it through a few cycles. It's good to put them right in there with the dishes too. Because you don't want to waste soap, so, run it through in the dishwasher. It's just tell them that Faulkner Fixes all said it was okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a little bit in there I could probably use a toothbrush on, but I don't think we're going to get too excited tonight. I mean, look at the beater bike it's going on, folks. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably good enough. This is a nice white grip, nice and clean. I'm tempted to switch this out on another bike, and I might in the future, but for now, these are just going to go on. Well, this one is anyway. And always put the cleanest side out, and the less sun-baked side out, and put the dirty sun-baked side in. That way, when you're looking to sell the bike, all they see is the nice one. Like this one will actually go on this side. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's clean this other one. Okay, chime in, folks. Did you ask about putting the plastic parts from bikes in your dishwasher? It's okay. Okay, a little bit of this is just some tire stuff. It has bleach in it. I can feel it on my hands. It's great. Okay. Oh, we still got people. Man, they're not going away. I thought you guys were going to bail on me. We're over an hour in and we don't have a running bike yet. Well, we're going to fix that. No bears, though. I don't see any bears out there. Man, that would be hilarious if some bear ran up, crossed over the door or something. Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be hilarious. It seems to be the year for bears. Last year, not so many. I didn't even see any around here. I didn't see any on my bike rides down at Bent Creek at the Arboretum where we go. And this year, I've seen several bears, and one at the bike riding place and one here. And it seems to be one of those years that they're out, you know. Okay, that turned out pretty good. This is the grubby side. So the grubby side will go to the inside. It worked out really good. And this bike doesn't have any handbrakes of any kind, so we're okay. We don't have to worry about that. Okay, let's see here. Getting thirsty. Give me a second here, folks. It's nice out here tonight. It's about 70 degrees. Piroshki. Oh, wait, we got somebody chiming in from Hair Bag. Hey, dude, Warren, Michigan. Are you hunting for bears? You come down here, man. You'll find plenty. Okay, we got Lake City, Michigan. We got Vienna, which is in Europe, obviously. And we got Ocala, Florida. We got Peoria, Arizona. I don't know if that's from near Flagstaff. Sedona? Is that near Sedona? Anyway, and we got Warren, Michigan. And then Piroshki chimed in. How many millimeters can the hub be out versus the dropouts on such a steel fork? I'm not sure on that. Probably 8 to 9, 10 millimeters, maybe, crunching the steel fork in. Schwinns are pretty forgiving about that. Yeah, and I don't know if this fork is spread or not. And that is definitely not a Schwinn hub. So there was a little, I mean, I crunched that in. It was a good half inch. It was a good quarter inch on each side. The fork didn't seem to mind too much. I know on some of the S5 bikes, it's a little closer. It's more like an eighth to a quarter. So I think the Schwinn forks are pretty forgiving about that, especially the ones with this kind of bend that don't have the crown built in, which most of the bikes I ride don't have the fancy crown. Yeah, I think the Schwinns are pretty forgiving, especially on the back of the frame too. If it's a cantilever frame, you can squeeze it in pretty good. Like that's not a Schwinn hub either. That's a Shimano D type. I'm sure if we took that wheel off, it would spread out pretty far. Like this bike probably had S7s on it, 72. Yeah, this probably had S7s on it. And we get this on the ground in a minute. You'll notice the kickstand probably doesn't want to do what it's supposed to do. It's going to be leaning over just a bit because it's supposed to have S7s, and we don't have them. So, well, I have them, but I'm not putting them on this thing. They're reserved for other bikes. The S7 is a slightly taller wheel. I'll show you a painted version. Yeah, this is an S7 painted. It was not on this bike. This bike would have had chrome S7s, but it's a different tire size. It's slightly taller. So the kickstand is okay, but sometimes you start switching bikes over, especially when you switch them over like a 10 speed to 700C. Sometimes the kickstand doesn't want to do kickstand stuff anymore. It wants to fall over. So, or the other way, it's too tall. I've had issues to where the kickstand, you kind of had to mess with it, grind a little bit off, or get the right one that fits better, use a different one, you know. Anyway, that was pretty dusty back there. Okay, so yeah, you can, the Schwinn forks are pretty forgiving. You can, like, I just took it. That was a fat 1/2 inch and it sucked it in. John Wilster, Phoenix area. Okay, I was way off. I was like Flagstaff, Sedona. Obviously, I'm not big on Arizona geography. I apologize. I did live in New Mexico for a while, and near Santa Fe, Tesuque, New Mexico, and worked for Habitat for Humanity there, driving their delivery truck. And that was a couple of years of some pretty fun, exciting town. Santa Fe is kind of not really a bike town, but that was a fun place, Santa Fe. But the division of poor and rich people, one county over, is where they did the whole nuclear bomb thing. I forget the name of that county. It's where they developed the nuclear bomb in the 40s. And then the county over the other way is one of the poorest counties in America, Montoya County. So the division was quite intense in Santa Fe between really poor people and really rich people. And forgive me, I cannot remember the name of the county where they developed the nuclear bomb there. Anyway, they'll probably flag my channel for saying nuclear bomb. Okay. Piroshki, he retracted a message. Oh, must have been something juicy because his buddies didn't want him to go out and party. Yeah, he had to stay in. Piroshki said, it's okay to put grips in with the dishes, but not chains and bottom brackets. Dude. Okay, that's one vote for grips and stuff, but not greasy parts. I thought greasy parts were okay. I had a buddy that works on cars in California, and he has an actual dishwasher in his shop, and it's just for interior car parts. I don't think he put bearings in there, but it's just for cleaning like GM muscle car plastic parts and Mopar. It's first like the stuff around the steering column and some of the radio bezels, and sometimes he would put the window handles in there, and you'd be surprised, he would just load it up and he'd take it all out and then he'd spray it with some clear coat. The stuff was like brand new, so there's people that use dishwashers just for cleaning car parts. So I don't have one out here just for grips yet. I'm not quite there yet. Maybe in a little while. Yeah. Did you see that bunny? Man, I hope that showed up. There's probably a bear chasing him. Okay. All right. What's next? Grips are on. Fork is reasonably tightened. Feels good. We've got to dig up a seat. And then let's reseat this back wheel first. It's really bugging me. Both of these tires have been in the basement with no air. And it's got some wump. It's like right here. Yeah, it's right here. Pretty sure it's right where that scuff mark is. Yeah, it's right around here, I think. So let's let all the air out. I'll take my beautiful red caps off. And we're going to get the silicone spray if I have any left. And we're going to have to turn the compressor on. Sorry, we are turning the compressor on. I'm apologizing now. Let's turn it on right now. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. That's one vote. So it's okay. I haven't heard anybody say it's not okay to put the grips in the dishwasher. So you just tell them that we voted on it, and it's good. Okay, we're gonna let all the air out of this back tire, and we're gonna spray it with some silicone. I've got some backup Armor All tire black stuff that's pretty slippery. If we run out of silicone spray, I'll use the Armor All stuff. I know the silicone spray always works really good. So let's get this closer. Yeah, that's pretty good. You can definitely see that wump. And that's not really the rim. It's right around this smudge mark. It's right here, I believe. So let's let all the air out. And then we'll do a quick spritz on both sides. And then we'll put about 180 pounds in it. I don't think my compressor goes up that high, actually. All right. All right, let's put some silicone on that sucker. Yeah, fortunately, my compressor doesn't go to 180 pounds, so I'm not going to put 180 pounds in this, but we are going to put some intense pressure. Now, we know that most of it was right here, which is right near the weld mark, by the way, so that's kind of an issue. Maybe it's not the tire. Maybe it's the rim. Yeah, I'm using a lot of this stuff. We'll straighten that in a minute. Made in China. Okay, that's nice and lubed up. And let's get this straight. We'll put a few pounds in it and kind of crunch it with our hand a little bit. And then we're gonna really put it in there and see what happens. Okay, right now we can kind of make sure it's doing its seat things. And make sure that's straight. Make sure you get silicone all over your hands. Okay, now we're going to put like 100 pounds in this thing. I mean, we're really going to give it what for. Okay, that's a fair amount of pressure. Let's wipe that off. And we'll see how many pounds I put in there. And this thing has been sitting in the basement for a long time. This has been sitting in the basement for over 5 years. I'm surprised the white walls handled it so good. Okay, let's see what's in here, first of all. With our Schwinn tire pressure gauge. Schwinn approved. Huh. There's only 32 pounds. No way. I put more than that in there. Apparently that's only 34 pounds. Okay, well, let's put a little more in. Really give it the seat. There is 50 pounds in there. These are rated for 45 pounds. All right, well, I guess we didn't have to put 100 in it, huh? These are rated for 45. Okay, we got 50 in there. That's good. Let's get some of this goo off of here. And then we'll give it a spin and see if we made any kind of a difference. Okay, so did we make a difference? You guys saw the hoppy poppy stuff before. Let's see. Quiet. Oh yeah, we made a difference, sure. Now most of that is actually in the rim. And we're not going to deal with that because these are really cheap rims. We are not dealing with this rim issue. No, these are really cheap rims. That is in the rim now. The tire itself is seated very well. Okay. This rim probably, I bet you Fred repacked that. Huh. Sounds okay. Hey, Fred, did you repack this Shimano D-type? Did you repack that? I think you did. It sounds okay. Yeah, that's in the rim. Yeah. We could true it a little bit side to side, but we're not going to get that up and down hop out. Well, we could, but it would take hours. Yeah, we might just let that one go. All right, let's reseat the front tire. And the front tire is way more noticeable than the rear. Let's put our fancy red plastic cap back on. Okay, the front one's way more noticeable. Yeah, that needs a good reseat. That's terrible. That's a little bit in the rim, but most of it is from it's sitting so long. Let's see if we can mark where it is. Yeah, it's right here. It's right there. Okay, same deal. Let's let all the air out. And the compressor is probably going to come on this one. And these are Mo manufactured rims, MO. These are on a lot of 60s middleweight bikes that are non-Schwinn. And I don't know what the MO stands for, but they're always stamped MO. MO manufacturing. When they're hook beads like this with the cheap welds, they're usually MO manufacturing rims, and you can see them on a lot of like Murrays and Huffies and a lot of department store bikes that were middleweights have these hook bead. They call them hook bead rims. They're fairly durable, but they're not exactly the truest things in the world. Even when they left the MO manufacturing plant, wherever that is, chime in if you guys know what the MO manufacturing plant is. I don't think it's Murray, Ohio. It might be Murray, Ohio. That would make sense because you'd see these on a lot of Murrays and Huffies and Western Flyers and JC Higgins. And they all sort of shared the same frame. I think Murray would just pump out a bunch of frames and some of them would just get kind of carted out to different factories. I'm pretty sure that Murray, Ohio made a lot of frames. So this would make sense that, in fact, on some of the Murray frames, there's a little circle with an M in it. And you'll see it on other bikes like Sears, like a Sears Flightliner with the chrome frame might have a little M stamped in it. So Murray made a lot of frames and they just distributed them all over, and department stores sucked them up and put cheap crap on them and sold them to unsuspecting people. Anyway, let's let the air out of this. Let's see about these. Well, there's some more comments. More people. Custom Coop. Hey, dude, I didn't think all the people were going to chime in. Sweet, caught you live. Where are you from, Custom Coop? We're trying to get a list of how worldwide I am. Let's let the air out of this tire, and we'll spray it with some. We'll spray it with some silicone spray and see if we can reseat it because it's really bad. Yeah, that's been sitting in the basement for a long time, and you can see there's even a moldy spot on the tire right here. Right around this area. And I believe the seating problem is also right around that area. So let's let all the air out and we'll give it a spritz. And then we'll put at least 50 pounds in it. I said I was going to put 180, but my compressor doesn't go up that high. I don't think. I have had some. There was a live feed in the living room a few years back. And I had to put over 90 pounds. Oh, this rim liner is being goofy. Huh. Oh, this rim liner is kind of stuck to the tube. Oh, that's unacceptable. I think we're just going to leave that alone. Oh, that's not good. This rim liner is kind of adhered to the tube. Oh, that's not good at all. The rim liner is stuck to the tube. Should we deal with that now? Is that going to be an issue? The rim liner is thoroughly adhered to the tube. If I can get it off. Oh, I got it. Okay. Now it's not going to be a problem. Okay. All right. Yeah, there was about a year ago, I did a live feed, or 2 years ago. And man, we put about 105 pounds in a reproduction Schwinn tire. And it finally snapped and seated. It was like, and I think that's when somebody on the feed said, use silicone spray. And so I got some silicone spray and it worked pretty good. And we're going to use it right now. Okay. Let's see. Custom Coupe 30 from the south side of Chicago. Pope Leo's Church is my old neighborhood. Moved down to Champaign, Illinois, which to me is cornfield, USA. I grew up all over America, but there was a couple years I lived in the southwest side of Chicago, and I actually went to Howe Elementary School. And when you went to school, I went to school 16 days in a year. When you went to school, you got your butt kicked. Just GP. It was general purpose butt kicking. And everybody in that school got a B-. Everybody, even me and my sister. And we went to school 16 days that year. We hid under the porch until my mom went to work. Yeah, we were smart. Yeah, that's why I'm so smart. Anyway, where's that spray? Where is the spray? Yeah, I have some good memories about Chicago and some bad, but then my mom got a better. She worked for the post office, and then she got a night job in Evanston post office. and we went to Evanston, Illinois, and we didn't know how to act, man. The school was calling my mom, where are these kids? They're supposed to be in school. Like, we didn't know how to act. We were like little gangsters in Evanston. We had no idea what to do. We had to conform and go back to school and be nice and not break windows. And, oh, no, we never did anything like that. Okay, let's spray this tire. Yeah, I got some good thoughts about Chicago, and I got some rough ones. Okay, we're going to spray this up. Yeah, if you lived in the south side of Chicago, man, that's not a town you play around in. You learn to run real fast. Yeah. Don't even get me started on what there was a president that said something like, Chicago, it's the big city with the small town feel. Now, I don't know what part of Chicago he was staying in, but boy, I'll tell you what, the part of Chicago I was staying in, it was the big city with the big city feel. There was no small town feel. Yeah. I don't know what he must have been saying in a slightly different part of Chicago than me and my sister were. All right, we're going to pop this up, see if it seeps in. Now, like I say, just put a few pounds in it first, and then we'll work it around with our hands, and then we'll give it the bejesus after that. And make sure this rim thing is straight. Make sure the valve stem is straight. Okay, there's like 10 pounds in there right now. Now we're going to go around and kind of crunch it a little bit. And the valve stem is straight. That's good. All right, so let's just work this around. You guys still there? Yeah, you're here. I put a little bit much in there to do this. Yeah. That's still a little much. I put a little much in there. Okay, there we go. So now I'm just kind of crunching it around the hook bead part of the rim. And I can see it moving, and it's crunching a little. And that's good. And we're just double checking that that's straight. And we'll get over to this other side. And that silicone spray is really slippery. That's good. Yeah, Chicago, the big city with the small town feel. Yeah. Oh, you'll be feeling it all right. I remember literally hiding under the front porch so I didn't have to go to school. Yeah, when you went to school, it was general purpose butt kicking. Just GP. Straight up. Oh, he's here. Oh, yay. Oh, good. He's coming in today. Okay, that feels like 50 pounds. Let's see what that is before we spin it. Yeah, that feels like 55 pounds, actually. Let's see. Let's do the test here. That is 49. That's exactly 50 pounds. Okay, it's 5 over. We're going to leave it alone. I was 5 pounds off. Look at that. All right, let's put the cap on, and we're going to spin it and see if we got rid of the seating problem. Now, this rim definitely has an up and down hop, and we know that all of these MO manufacturing rims did. Murray just pumped them. If it is Murray, Ohio, probably is. They just pumped rims out. Nobody was really checking things. All right, let's spin this. Yeah, it's mostly in the rim now. And it's a little bit on the painted white wall part too. Yeah, actually, the tire is seated pretty good, but the painted white wall is dipping down. It's right there. This part is white from here to here. We could hit it with a Sharpie, and that might help it a little bit. You can see it's white from here to about here, and then it gets black. So that's when you spin it, it's going like that, and it's giving you the illusion that the tire isn't seated. This tire is pretty good, and the rim's fair. Yeah. Okay, so we found a seat. We could ride this tomorrow. The good old days. Yeah, they were okay. I mean, we had these hustles. I won't get into detail, but there was these group of kids that never went to school. At least I went to school 16 days. And we had this hustle. We would, if you found a broom or a rake in the alley that was broken, you would tape it up, and these kids would come over and like, "What are you doing? Are you going to school?" I'm like, "No, I'm not going to school." And they'd come over and we'd all look in the alley, because in Chicago there's alleys everywhere. Behind all the streets is the alley where the trash trucks go. So we'd look around, we'd walk for blocks, and we were pretty safe because there was a group of us. We had our little, like, not a gang, but a bunch of kids that were ditching school. You'd find a broom or a rake and you'd tape it up, and then you'd go a neighborhood over, and you just start knocking on doors, and like, "Oh, it's a half, like, what are you doing out of school?" "Oh, it's a half day." Like, "Oh, my daughter works for the school system and she had to go to work today." "Oh, it's mandatory. It's optional for teachers, but it's a half day for kids. Can we sweep your porch? You know, can we rake up your yard?" We'd have the tools. Usually it was like, "Get out of here." But sometimes some old lady would say, "I only give you 50 cents. So after about 5 or 6 homes, you'd get somebody willing to give you a quarter. A quarter back then was like $3 nowadays. And we'd walk around all day with our broken broom, and we'd get about a dollar or two, and then we'd go buy candy and comic books and stuff. Yeah, we'd have to find the broom, or you'd get one from home or something. But yeah, it was a pretty good hustle. Okay, let's see. Custom coupe. My father built the Evanston High School back in the day. Yeah, I didn't go to high school there, but I went to this grade school. We lived about a block away from Michigan Avenue. And I remember the lake was really cold in the winter. In fact, you didn't walk, you covered your whole head and walked to school really quickly. And school was heated. That was nice. No, I didn't go to high school there, but I went to the grade school there. And like I say, we didn't know how to act. It was nice. Okay, let's look around for a seat. I don't really have any. I might have something I could throw on there. Oh, there's a whole box of seats down here. Let me get it out. I do not know what we have in here. It's going to be exciting, though. Let's check the time. Yeah, we got a few minutes. We're doing good. Yeah, let's see if we can find some beat up Schwinn seat or something. Oh, look at that. Here's a really beat up red S seat with a crack in it. It's perfect for this bike. That is perfect. Right on top. Look at that. Got to be something better than that, though, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, here's a seat with a crash rail. I think I got this from Fred. I think this was on another Typhoon that I got from Fred. I think he undid this rivets and yeah, this isn't a very comfortable one. It's got the crash rail though. Okay, well, it's one of these two so far. Ooh, wow, here's a nice blue S seat. I think I got this from Larry Brightwell. Thank you, Larry, by the way. Here's another seat, this Schwinn. That's also beat up and red looking. Wow, that almost looks like it should be on the bike. Definitely not very comfy. A little bit bent here. Wow. I'm going to let you guys choose. This is a non-Schwinn seat, but I thought it was really cool. It does have the weird graphics on it. And that's about it. This is the blue one. Here's a green one. This is definitely not going on. It's green. And here's a little flowery seat. Oh, isn't that special? Okay. All right, guys and girls. This is, you're going to have to vote on this. Here are the 3 seats we could use. I believe Fred resprayed that one. You can tell it's shiny. It's been refastened with Phillips stainless screws. It does have a crash bar, and it is painted black. This needs to be popped back down in the correct manner. Very uncomfortable. I know that for a fact on that one. Okay, it's crash bar, or it's cracked Schwinn. That has a huge crack in it. Someone did put some reflector tape on it. And this one probably is a little more comfortable, not much. Or this beat up, grubby, faded S. Oh, that could probably clean up a little bit. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. It's the middle of the road between the two in comfort. And it's nice and faded like this bike. And it's white here, so it kind of matches the grips. All right, so what is the vote? I'll show you the 3 seats, and you guys tell me which seat is going on this bike, because something's going on it, because I can't ride the bike tomorrow without a seat. So here we go. Okay, there they are. Crash rail, extremely uncomfortable and repainted. Faded, grubby S white seat, red and white. Cracked S seat that looks a little better, but there's a huge crack in it. I'm kind of going for the middle one. Let's clean up the middle one and see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, wow, we got a lot of people popping in here. Custom coupe. I got some cheap brick style white walls. Did the same with a black Sharpie to get my white walls looking better. Yeah, sometimes just the way they were painted at the factory. Like this wheel is fairly good. It's just that one little spot. Like I could hit it with a Sharpie. I might. Yeah, you can do it. It works. Custom coupe. Is this a Typhoon? I like the clean chrome white grips and white walls with patina paint. It is a Typhoon. It's kind of the bottom of the barrel. Paperboy special. Well, actually, what was the one without the kickstand? Yeah, the Tornado was actually the cheapest non-kickstand built in. The Tornado was Paperboy stuff. So if you were a Paperboy and you had a few bucks, like you'd been on the route a few years, You got yourself a Typhoon because it had a kickstand. And then you could move up to the Schwinn Springer heavy duty or something. And then you really, by that time, you probably weren't a paper boy anymore. Sting, AZ, what's up? Hey, Sting, how you doing, man? We were just talking about Arizona. We were just talking about how I didn't know the geography of Arizona. Custom Coupe. I am a sucker for a crash bar. Okay, and Sting votes for number 2, which is the one I'm going to clean up. All right, we're going to clean up the middle one, and we're going to wait for that third tiebreaker vote. Let's clean up this middle one. We're going to use some. I think we're going to use a little bleach white and see what happens. Maybe we'll take the S right off. Okay, it's pretty grubby. It's pretty grubby in here. I'm hoping I don't take the white paint off, but let's just do a little sample spot right there and see what happens. Oh, yeah, took the crud off. Yeah, it took a little off. Yeah. Huh. All right, let's spray a little bit right here. I'm leaning towards number 2 as well, Sting. I mean, if the Stingray guys say use this one, you know, those Stingray guys are pretty picky folks. We should have soaked it in vinegar. I knew it. Okay. This side, you know, it's the sides are always better. They don't get baked on the top like the top gets baked. All right, let's do this other side real quick. I think we can get most of this off. I don't know about maybe a little bit there. We got to go light with the cleaner. Oh, yeah. It's looking good, folks. Light with the cleaner. Real light there. Some kind of moldy stuff down here, too. Yeah, that's actual mold. Yeah, you get the vinegar out, man. There's actual mold in the bottom of this. Okay, okay. Do we have the tiebreaker in? I don't have a Mr. Clean Eraser. Sorry. John John Wilster, number 2. Okay, the tiebreaker is it's number 2. It's faded. It's a little cleaner. It's not cracked. And that crash bar is great, but I know that seat's very uncomfortable. I know for a fact. I wish I had a clean eraser. Let's get it on the bike, and then we'll do a little more cleaning. And there's an obvious problem right here. This is an obvious problem, but we have another Schwinn seat right here. And it's not that one. That's a different style. See, that's a different style that won't work, but this other one will. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can take this crash bar one off. It looks like the same diameter. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these guts will work on this one. Let's work on that. Yeah, I always save everything, although I don't know why I want to save these. I don't know, folks. Yeah, I don't think that's worth saving. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to save that. Well, there's got a little ridges in there. Maybe I could file them. I don't know, folks. It's looking pretty rough. We'll save it. Uh-oh. I see a problem already. I see a problem already. Yeah, that's the bigger style. Yeah, we're going to have to use a different nut. We're going to have to use this nut. Yeah, that's the bigger style right there. And that's not going to go through that smaller seat. But this one that was on there is a little bent. And the nut's very chewy. We're going to have to dress that up a little bit. We'll dress it up a little. I should just find another bolt. Yeah, that's pretty chewy. Wow. Maybe I could find another. It's just 5/16 of course. Let's try to find another nut. This one is really chewy, and I just tried to file a little bit. Let's try to find something else. If that'll work. Oh, okay. Yeah. In fact, we even got a flat washer that's nice too. Okay, we found another bolt. It's 5/16 course NC. It's much better, and we found a washer on another seat part. So we're gonna put a little probably a little 3-in-1 on here just to make sure it's happy, and we're gonna throw it together. Okay. And this seat frame is mangled a little bit, but once we tighten it up, I think it's going to be okay. There we go. And then we'll put this washer on here. And we'll get that nice one on there. Okay. Yeah, we robbed this system off that crash bar seat, and it's now in here. Unfortunately, the rails are the same. The bolt was different though. And wow, that is a weird size now. That bolt is a 13 millimeter. That's strange. Maybe it's metric. Okay, we're gonna have to spread this open a little. The saga continues. All right, look at that, huh? That's good. You guys can see, kind of. Yeah, you guys are all right. Ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure this is not going to be very comfortable at all, but it is a red and white S seat, and we have the white grips. So at least as for form and comfort, no. As for style, yes, we have a Schwinn emblem on the back, Schwinn approved. I'm not going to put the whammy on this because I always like to sit everything on the ground, sit on the bike, and then adjust everything. This is just, it's on the bike kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can put our seat bin away. I think we're good on that. And I'll put these other pieces back in the bin of seat parts, not in the bin of seats. And I don't know why, but I am going to save those. Yeah, this looks pretty rough, but I'm saving it. You get the right seat, Okay. And thank you, Larry Brightwell. That was such a nice gift. Sweet. I think Larry gave that to me. I'm pretty sure Larry did give that to me. Okay. By golly, we have a running Schwinn Typhoon. No fenders. And this is the incorrect emblem. It's dated 120th day of 79. I might change that out, but why? This frame has a really bad basket rash in the trade. In the trades, we call this basket rash. It's when there's been a front basket on this and it rubs through. Obviously, this wasn't on the bike when that happened, but yeah, the paint is completely gone right here from a basket going on there. Let's blow this off a little bit. The compressor is off, but we can kind of get rid of what's in there. Yeah, that was fun. A little spider check. Spider check. No spiders. That's good. All right, OG paint, a little rough. Okay, so here is the skinny. These are not Schwinn wheels. And we're going to test this bike tomorrow for sure. But these are not Schwinn wheels. So how's the kickstand going to react to slightly smaller non-S7 wheels? Let's see right now. We're taking her off the stand. I'm good with the fork straightening. I feel pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that fork is straight now. We did, if you look back in the beginning of the feed, it was pretty hardcore. We had a really big piece of pipe and the bike was turned upside down and it was kind of clamped to the workbench kind of thing. When your workbench moves up a little bit, the fork is straight. And this is a nice, cool feature. There's an Optimus Club sticker on here. National Bicycle Dealership member. Oh, it's not an Optimus Club. National Bicycle Dealership Association member. I wish I could make that out. See what state that was from. Anyway, I thought that was an Optimus Club sticker, but I was wrong. Anyway, let's get this off the stand. Dude, hope the kickstand works. That'd be nice. Okay, the moment of truth. Oh, we lucked out. The kickstand works with these wrong Schwinn wheels. Pretty sure this is supposed to have S7. It's a little off, if you look at it. It should be up a little higher. It should probably be like that. So it's a little lower, but it's not to where it's going to tip over. I think we're doing pretty good. And I think the fork is straight enough. Let's just kind of sit on it and feel what it feels like. This seat's really hard. Well, I can tell you right now, the fork is feeling better. It's not diving. Yeah, I'd say that fork was good. The seat is really uncomfortable. Oh my God. Okay, let's tighten that up. Overall, I think we did pretty good. I mean, 72 Typhoon. We got a red and white S seat. We got a pair of white grips. These bars are stamped 71. I don't know what the stem is stamped. I didn't look. The emblem is 1979. And the seat is rock hard. Keeps you honest. Oh, yeah. Okay, tomorrow we are going to test this. Whether I go to Bend Creek or whether I test it around here, we are going to test this. It is happening. It's a nice bike. It's worth a test. Nice bow pedals. I think we did pretty good. You can't really make out. You can make out a little bit on that. Typhoon is kind of still there. I wish I could see what this dealer thing was about. What state this was from. National Bicycle Dealers Association Incorporated. Bicycle something. Service what we sell. I can't make out the dealer. I wish I could make out where that was from. I think with I have a magnifying glass. I might be able to see what state that's from. I can't make it out with the naked eye, but I will. I'll try to get to it. Okay, so what's the vote here? We're going to test this. We're definitely going to test that. That's not up for debate. We have to test it. But during the week, I usually do a video or two that's not a live feed. And this is done. Should we work on the fleet? The varsity is at the powder coaters. That's out of the question. That guy's going to take a week. Should we work on the fleet? Or should we work on the coppertone varsity? I have a 65 coppertone varsity that's been in and out of up here a lot, and I've never really finished it. It needs to be dialed in. I think it needs, I can't remember if it needs cabling. I did put a coppertone seat on it, which was kind of odd. Anyway, work on the fleet this coming week. Takes more paint off of the fleet. We got plenty of paint to go. Removing on this back fender. We did pretty good. We got a lot of OG stuff here happening, but we still got to deal with this right there. And we got some up in here, right here. And we did pretty good on the last live feed. Like, we got to work on this though. There's a pinstripe underneath that, and you got to be super careful. And I don't know if it really shows it, but we did really good right here for what was going on. So your vote is work on the fleet or work on the coppertone 10-speed varsity from 65, I believe it is. That's your vote. I want to see some votes this time. We nearly had to have a bicycle safety lecture instead of working on bikes. So if you guys don't vote, the next live feed is going to be bicycle traffic safety lecture. So vote. No, it's a red fleet. Oh, the black fleet. No, that's a black traveler. That's all done. That's good. The fleet is a red bike. So little of both. No, I one bike. You guys get one bike. Coppertone. Okay, good. These votes are good. Otherwise, you're going to get a traffic safety lecture. Okay, so that almost happened this time. Wear your helmet. Okay, good. Oh, we have the full house tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in. It's always a. Oh, he's going for the varsity. Yeah. Oh well, Sting, you're stuck on the black Schwinn because you're doing two black stingrays, so you're stuck on the black traveler. That's done. That's bikes. Yeah, that's staying in the collection. Nothing wrong with this bike, although I did kind of fudge the seat a little bit. Yeah, nothing wrong with this thing. Dusty. Needs to be ridden. Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. That's a nice one. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to improve it. I'm not putting a generator system on it. That's why I don't really. It was fun putting those generator systems on, but I don't really do any night riding. The generator system is like really, you're just scrubbing the back of the tire, side of the tire, Custom coupe. I played in traffic. Well, you're going to get a traffic safety lesson unless you vote. I think you already did. Let's see. Yeah, he voted for the coppertone. Okay, so we got 2 for the coppertone. Christopher voted for the coppertone. Sting voted for the coppertone. And yeah, well, the coppertone's winning. So we'll see. I'll do a video probably Wednesday or Thursday, but I definitely will test this tomorrow. But I'll do a video, a supplemental video, and we'll either scrub some paint off of the fleet or I'll count the votes and we'll work on the coppertone. As always, it's been really fun, and think about becoming a paid subscriber, for $2.99 a month, $2.99 a month. You can keep these bikes, some of these bikes, from going to the scrapyard. A Schwinn frame is a terrible thing to waste. No, I wouldn't scrap any Schwinns. Yeah, think about becoming a paid subscriber. And as always, it's been really fun. And I got to go. I got to go make dinner. I'm getting hungry. Okay, take it easy, everyone. It was really a good night. Lots of people chiming in. I got to go, though. Sorry. We'll chime in. I'll have a live feed next Saturday, too. If this time is working for people, I started a little earlier. Let me know. Okay, peace out, guys and girls. Woohoo!